Urbanisation environmental issues. Rapid urbanisation, particularly in poorer countries, brings about significant environmental challenges. As cities in these regions grow rapidly, they often struggle to keep up with the demand for proper infrastructure and services, leading to problems like waste disposal, air pollution, and water pollution. These environmental issues can have serious consequences for both people and the natural environment. One major issue is waste disposal. In rapidly growing cities, large amounts of waste are generated every day. This includes household waste, industrial waste, and hazardous materials. Poorer countries face several challenges when it comes to managing this waste. Safely disposing of waste is expensive, and many poorer countries simply do not have the financial resources to invest in proper waste management systems. They may lack funds for building landfills, recycling facilities, or incinerators to handle waste in an environmentally friendly way. Proper waste disposal requires infrastructure like garbage collection systems, recycling centres, and sewage treatment plants. In many rapidly urbanising cities, this infrastructure is either non-existent or inadequate to handle the large amounts of waste generated. This means much of the waste is left to pile up in open dumps, where it can pollute the environment and harm people's health. The sheer volume of waste produced by a large city is enormous. For example, a city with millions of people can produce thousands of tons of waste every day. Without an efficient system to manage this, waste often ends up on the streets, in rivers, or in illegal dumping sites, where it causes pollution and health problems for the local population. In addition to waste disposal issues, rapid urbanisation also leads to air pollution. As cities grow, so does the number of cars, factories, and power plants that emit harmful pollutants into the air. Air pollution can have a range of negative effects, including some pollutants like sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides mix with water in the atmosphere and create acid rain. This rain can damage buildings, especially those made of stone, as well as harm forests, lakes, and agricultural land. Breathing in polluted air can cause a range of health problems for people living in urban areas. These problems can include headaches, dizziness, and more serious respiratory issues like bronchitis, asthma, and even lung cancer. Long-term exposure to polluted air can significantly lower life expectancy. Some air pollutants, like chlorofluorocarbons, CFCs, can destroy the ozone layer, which protects us from harmful ultraviolet, UV rays from the sun. A thinner ozone layer means more UV radiation reaches the Earth's surface, increasing the risk of skin cancer and other health issues. Water pollution is another major environmental problem linked to rapid urbanisation. As cities grow, more waste is generated, and without proper infrastructure, much of it ends up in rivers, lakes, or oceans. Water pollution can have several harmful effects. Polluted water can contain chemicals, plastic waste, and sewage, which can kill fish and other aquatic creatures. When fish die, it disrupts the entire food chain, affecting other animals that depend on them for food. Harmful chemicals from factories or farms can build up in the water and then enter the food chain. For example, fish that live in polluted waters may accumulate dangerous chemicals in their bodies. When humans eat these fish, the chemicals can poison them, leading to long-term health problems. In many rapidly growing cities, untreated sewage is often dumped into rivers and lakes, contaminating the water supply. Drinking or bathing in contaminated water can spread diseases like typhoid, cholera, and dysentery, which can be deadly, especially in places where healthcare is limited. Given the severe consequences of air and water pollution, managing these problems is essential. There are a variety of strategies that can help reduce the environmental impact of urbanisation. Governments can introduce measures to reduce air pollution by encouraging the use of cleaner technologies and fuels. For example, switching from coal to natural gas in power plants can significantly cut emissions. Public transportation systems like buses and trains can help reduce the number of cars on the road, which lowers vehicle emissions. Additionally, cities can create low-emission zones where only electric or hybrid vehicles are allowed. To tackle water pollution, cities need to invest in proper sewage systems and treatment plants to prevent untreated waste from entering water bodies. Governments can also introduce stricter regulations for industries to limit the amount of harmful chemicals they release into rivers and lakes. In some cases, wetlands and natural filtration systems can be restored or created to help clean polluted water. Implementing recycling programs can significantly reduce the amount of waste that ends up in landfills or the environment. Governments can also invest in waste-to-energy plants, which convert waste into electricity, helping to reduce the amount of waste while generating power at the same time. Community education is also important, as people need to understand how to reduce, reuse, and recycle to manage waste more effectively. In conclusion, rapid urbanization, especially in poorer countries, leads to serious environmental issues, including waste disposal problems, air pollution, and water pollution. These problems are caused by a lack of money, infrastructure, and the large scale of waste and pollution produced by rapidly growing cities. However, with careful planning, investment in infrastructure, and government policies aimed at reducing pollution, it is possible to manage these environmental challenges and improve the quality of life in urban areas.